And 3, 2, 1, we're live. This is MetPlus Dockerization, part 2, 3, I don't know, part 2, I think. We had 2 sessions yesterday, but just because the mic had a blackout, so I guess this is kind of the second session. So yeah, I was doing, I guess leading up to this, I'm running, I changed the gem file to 2.4.4 and ran bundle and everything went fine. And then now I'm running RSpec and Cucumber. And today, different from yesterday, I'm getting quite a few failures. I'm not sure what that's due to. But I guess I'll wait till the end and see. Yeah, like now it seems like they're all failing. So I don't know what that's to do with, but I guess I'll just let that keep running. And can you when you get changed into the right directory, can you run a Docker Compose up so I can see it was not starting the server. It was building properly, but not starting the server, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it wasn't starting the server. I was getting an error when I ran. Let me see. Where are you? I don't know where it should be. I don't know where that was. Yep, I got it. PWD clear. So Matt.
Yep.
So I've run it, so it's running. You see?
Yep. No, that seems like it's working.
Yeah. So when I do local of 3000, this is what I get.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Go back to the server, to the your terminal.
Because I'm using Ruby 244.
Yep. Can you stop the server and can you run Docker Compose down? And then run Docker Compose up again?
alikuwa ananihurumia. Ni uchungu. Ananisumbua mgongo.
It seems the same.
Unafika huko.
You try it again.
Alikuwa mkubwa na amenona.
Yeah.
This different, yeah?
Nitakuwa induced na.
Is that different?
It's same one.
Yeah, it's same. Can you try in the Docker Compose YAML file? Can you try adding go to the Docker Compose YAML?
Okay.
Can you try? You see, we don't have line numbers here in Bing, but you see where it says parts and then it says 3000. Can you copy that and put that underneath the volumes and database and change to 5432? No.
Yeah.
You see where it says parts 3000?
Yeah. Oh, this.
Yeah. Can you copy that and paste that into the DB service underneath volumes?
So I delete it. I delete it from here.
No, copy, not delete. Copy. Go up, no, up, under the DB services. So the way this YAML file works is it works hierarchically. So you have services, and then inside the services you have two services. You have DB. No, not there. Underneath the volumes.
Okay.
So you have DB, which is a service, and you have web, which is a service, right? So under the DB service, under the volumes, yeah. And at the same level as volumes, just like it is with the web, you have volumes, and then you have the volume, and then you have parts underneath it, right? So the same location, but then change the parts to 5432. No, that's wrong. It should be in line with it should be in line with all the other ones. Yeah, perfect. So then 5432, and same thing there.
Oh, could it be because my Postgres, I could have Postgres running locally?
It's possible, yeah. That's another thing we need to check. I mean, I guess you can.
That's it, right?
Yep.
Oh, now we are forwarding Postgres. Okay, so maybe I should quit and.
Yeah, you can try again, and then I mean, you definitely don't want to have anything running locally, you know. I think it's two, not two S's, just one.
Yep, I have Postgres running locally.
Yeah, so you need to stop that.
What's the ID? I don't know. How can I get its ID to kill it? Let me just see here. I've forgotten the command.
But akiona nala kinyonya kila kitu
Yes, dash a grep.
nala
Grep. I didn't get.
So it's like P kill and then the 88.
Is this the one?
Yeah, 88256.
Like I thought this is the TTY. This is the command I just ran.
Ah,
Is the terminal interpreter.
but you don't want to have two S's. You just want to have one S for Postgres. Postgres doesn't have two S's.
Yes, sir.
But you did that, so it would be that. Yeah, but that's a different ID every time.
Yeah, because this shows what I just ran in the command.
Okay. Right. Okay. I get what you're saying.
Top dash.
The idea, maybe. No, I don't know if you have that though. Have you pushed up your changes?
Yes.
To what's the name of the branch?
It's Dockerize MetPlus.
Oh yeah. Dockerize. And then Dockerize _ MetPlus.
Dockerize then dash MetPlus.
So hyphen. And then it has another hyphen and number something.
Yeah, hash then the number. How can I get that? Is it still installing? Why did I even run it? CD. Branch. This.
Okay.
So you put in a pull request?
No. Yeah, but with WIP, work in progress.
Okay. But I should be able to find them. So it's Dockerize. Let me just see. Dockerize MetPlus. It's not letting me fetch the branch. Let me go check out on the MetPlus repo. Where is it? Agile Ventures MetPlus or? Yeah. Go. Down here.
Matt, I just installed that PID of and it's giving me like 7 IDs for Postgres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you shouldn't have any of those running. You might want to try. Do you want to go back to the Docker compose?
Okay.
So you see the command there that says remove rm -f tmp /pids /server.pid.
Yeah.
Try copying that and adding sudo to it, and then running that in the terminal. And it's not letting me fetch your branch, so maybe I would have to add you as a remote.
Okay.
I thought once you put in add mono mic, and then where is your mic? What would be the best way? So did you run that?
Yeah, it ran successfully. I don't know what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I thought it was supposed to be do, but you can try. Yeah, maybe I thought you would have to do with sudo permissions, but maybe not. Do you want to try running that? Do you want to try running the that command with the PID again and see if there's any if that made any difference?
Okay.
And also you can just try you can just try Docker Compose up again and see if it works, you know. But
Yeah,
so you have all those are still running?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to see what that PID of does, but yeah, put a hyphen between the compose and try running up again and see how it goes. And I'm gonna get I'm gonna try to fetch it here locally and see if it has something to do with your computer. And if not, then we can continue. Bag it.
Close 3,000.
No change?
No, maybe I should just Google stop kill Postgres service.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So here go number 7.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I tried starting this art spec stuff before the call, so could have some time, and it's still running. It's been running for more than half an hour, and it's still running. I think it takes more than an hour to.
Wow, that's some good warning.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I think I'll just stop this because it's not really relevant to what we're doing, and I'm gonna have to just run it overnight or something, or when I have more time to run it. So okay, so I'm running it on my side as well, but I guess because I haven't built yet, it's running the like it's able to see that most of the stuff it's able to use the caching on, but it's bundle installing, for example.
Okay.
So it'll take a minute to see if it's working on mine, but at least then we can have a reference. Yes, I'll share my screen as well because there's no reason to just point it at my face. So you found a command that, yeah, like I'm wondering if you have like clusters,
Mm.
Yeah, so you're getting a different error, huh?
It's a different one. Same one.
Oh, it is, yeah. Did you try running that clusters to see if you have what you have going on?
What's clusters?
So you have like if you have more than one Postgres installed, then it's managed through clusters.
I think you're breaking.
If you have more than one Postgres installed, it's managed through clusters, which is that PGCTL PGCTL cluster, actually. So I can share this link with you.
You shared it on the chat.
Yeah, I'll share it in the chat. So last night at the hack night we were trying to just use the Docker version of website 1, and we ran into some problems, which is weird because it was working on. I've been doing it with you recently, and yeah, take off the weird. So maybe you don't have a cluster. I can try the same thing on mine and see if it works on mine. Yeah, so like I'm able to list my clusters. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Okay, let me see. So, okay.
So when I say PGLS clusters, then it comes up with a list of the clusters. So I have version 9.5 and version 10, and they're both online. But I don't think that's gonna interfere with what I'm doing because it hasn't yet.
Maybe I need to install something to use that command.
Well, you might not have more than one Postgres installed, you know. So I think the only time you would have a cluster is if you have more than one installed.
Okay.
What's the error you're getting? Like
You see, I think these guys, they installed this first.
uninstall. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need to do that because the thing is that you're able to website one, for example, uses Postgres and you don't have any problems with that, and local support uses Postgres and you don't have any problem with that. So I don't think the issue is yeah, it's something that you would just go deleting uninstalling Postgres because it takes a bit for it to set it back up and stuff. So I think that would be a last resort maybe. But yeah, it doesn't seem like you even have access to that command. You know, that PG cluster. I would go to the error you're getting and Google that specifically with Docker and see. I know I've seen that before, but I can't remember exactly if I did something specific to get past it or what. So mine's got done building.
Okay.
And let's see what happens when I go to localhost 3000. Yeah, so I'm getting the same error, so I don't think it has anything to do with your computer. It has to do
Okay.
with how we have it set up, you know. There's something that we don't have set up properly.
Can you see this?
Yeah, I was reading that right now.
So maybe I should.
Yeah, you could try that Docker run command, but we're using Docker Compose. And the other thing to keep in mind is this is from 2014, these answers. So we might want to, before, I mean, you
This
can try it,
2017.
but before we do it, we might want to try to find something.
2017 September. Oh yeah, that's still.
Oh, okay. I
It's
saw
almost a year.
2014, but
So the reason we are using Compose is so that we can set up these these settings once and for all?
Yeah, I'm not really sure how to explain exactly what Docker Compose does and how it's different than. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna say build. I think on mine, for example, I don't think I've actually created the database, have I?
Nope. I think you did create the database yesterday. Or
Not inside Docker, I don't think, because this is the first time I pulled down the code. So
is it that
no.
maybe I haven't created the database as well? Because how do I create the database within Docker?
I think you created yesterday when you ran Docker Compose up,
Rec up.
run web, and then db create.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I did that.
Yeah, so trying to create the so on my end, trying to create the database creates the same error.
Yeah.
So I wonder if
So when database.
I think we might have skipped a step. Yeah, maybe that has something to do with it. I think the idea was that you were supposed to build, and then I left after you built, and you might have skipped a step before you tried starting the database. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. I'm not sure if it'll fix it, but that's definitely worth trying. Okay. So do you see? Can you go back to the or I can focus on my screen. So here you have after Docker Compose build. This is when I left before it even got done building. I left, and then did you read this with Faith? You're muted, Mike. I don't know if you're going to respond or not, but
Oh yeah, sorry. I was talking to myself, I think.
yeah, I'm going
No,
to
we
assume that you
didn't do
didn't read
this.
because you have here in the database.yaml that I pulled down from yours. You haven't made any changes. So what this says is the app is now bootable, but you're not quite there yet. By default, Rails expects a database to be running on localhost. So you need to point it at the database container instead. So you also need to change the database and username to align with the default set by the Postgres image. So here, yeah, I mean this here, like, so this here is has the, so this is probably not going to work either. Like we need to change this. I mean, it's up so I can check, but we need
That's
to.
in the database.yaml.
Yeah, so it's here role root does not exist, no database error.
Yeah.
So that's a different error. So at least we got past that one. And basically we need to change this here to reflect how we want the. So this is on production. Okay, so we don't really worry about that. This is so development is here. So this would not be here. This would be here. And then if I put, I don't know, username and password, like username Postgres and password as blank, like the, and I can try running it again and see if it'll work. I mean, I don't think we can leave it like that, probably because we probably want to do something like we did for local support and website one, where we have like a either or situation, because this host, using this host like this is not gonna work. But can at least try. So that's at least looks different now. So if I come here, now it says the database doesn't exist. So now what I need to do is stop this and run web break db create. That'll create the database. No, it doesn't create the database. So, but that's, I'm not sure exactly why it's giving me that same error, because now that should be, if I'm not getting that error when I'm
Does it mean
gonna,
that the database is already created?
no, don't think so. Rake db create. So it's giving me the same error as the server running locally or accepting connections. So maybe I'll exit out of that and I'll run this sudo remove to see if there's still some remnants of it running. And I can come into the bash and say rake db create again. No. Cannot connect to the server. Oh, it does say MetPlus Pets development already exists, so
Yeah.
that's interesting. So what if I say rake db migrate? It'll probably still error out. Oh, there we go. So now it's doing the migrations. So now if I I mean, I guess you can do the same. I'll probably push up as well. So
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if I can remember everything.
Yeah, well, the good thing is we have the video, so if you want to go back, but yeah, it's just that. So I guess do you see where you kind of went wrong? yesterday?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. I think you just got really excited that it was that you built it, and you were like, "Oh, let's start up the server," and then you just like ignored this whole step here before the like. I don't know. Did you stop looking at this guide or?
Yeah, I think once I ran the build, I was just excited to run the
Yeah,
app. Yeah.
that makes sense. So
So where's your database.yml?
where's it's in the config folder,
Okay.
and I'm gonna seed the database. Okay.
Uh,
I did that. I'm back here to following the instructions. So now the next thing it says is to run RSpec in Cucumber, which I won't do because that takes all day. And then actually it's still seeding. So I'll wait for that. And while I'm doing that, I guess I need to respond to Robert because he sent a message.
mhm.
Hapa ni one bedroom. Bedroom yake ni ndogo. Nyumba ni chafu. Bedroom inafanana na
Matt. Matt.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I think what I'll do, I'll rewatch the video and
I mean, we have another 15 minutes until the thing, so I'm going to just carry on. But if you want to go, that's fine with me.
no, I think it's fine with me as well. I thought you'd switch.
No, I told you I was going to send a message to Robert because he's talking about Hunfunk mit Bashman. So that's what I was doing. But yeah, I'm still there.
I
So.
think I didn't hear that. Okay.
So and
So
there's nothing really. I mean, if you want to do the same thing, I can walk you through the exact things that I did. But basically, it's all it's spelled out here in the quick start that I sent you that you have a link to, and it says that
okay.
you need to point it to the DB container. So you replace the contents. Well, in this case, you don't replace the contents. But you go to the config/database.yaml, which I showed you here, and then you have here like default. You have development. You have test. You have production, and you have staging, and so.
Yes.
The quick fix is to, for the development, you put in a host of DB like it says in the here. And so these 3 lines that I guess this added them to the default,
Okay.
but I don't think you would want that in default. So
Okay.
I added it to the development, but as I said, we're going to have to change this. We're not going to actually get this merged in like this, because what that will mean is that anyone that's developing locally will not be able to go to the to localhost, because this actually is only for a Docker setup. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to set it up the same way that we set up the well, maybe not the same way, but in a similar way to how we have it set up on website one and local support. So after having, if you want, I can wait for a second so you can add this to the database.yaml. Let me know when you're done. Hey, so have a look at my screen. Mike, can you see?
Yeah, I'm celebrating.
Woohoo!
Ta-da!
Amazing. Yeah, so I guess we kind of spent a bit of time trying to figure out what was wrong, and there was nothing wrong,
Yeah.
So it's just that I mean, yeah, there was something wrong, but it wasn't actually like the deal was is we just hadn't actually finished. We shouldn't have been trying to start the server yet, because
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's a learning lesson like that, and maybe we can make note of this. I mean, it would be nice if we somehow take notes of like some of the pitfalls that we ran into while we're dealing with this. That way we can remember it, because I know I had seen that before, but I didn't remember where I had seen it.
Yeah.
And like next time maybe we'll remember, or maybe we won't, and it's nice to be able to find the answer quicker.
Okay. So after that, I just get a compose up.
So no, you need to create the database, and so that's why I was telling you maybe you want to do it now. So you can do it in different ways. So the way I don't know, maybe the easiest way is to say Docker compose web run
Run web.
and then bash. And that will drop you into a bash session. So now you can say rake db create or rake db create. So it's probably saying that it already exists, maybe.
Yeah.
No, it's saying that your YAML is indented inconsistently. So that's in the config database.yaml. So if you want to have a look at that, you can have a look from within there as well, because that's just will be a.
Maybe I should use VI.
Yeah, I mean, I used Atom, so I don't know.
What did you? Atom. Okay. I think I can use.
So unafaa sasa hiyo chama we used to be 3 people. Sahizi yaani watu wanakujoin tu katika kitu chungu, tunaangalia mtu mwenye tunajua hata tusumbua. Na watu wananifunga tu hivi, watu wanakuja 10.
So where's your database.yaml?
I think
Unasota ile mtu unapata kama end of August.
I'm not sure if that'll work from within the that route. You might have to do that within your.
Yeah, I've exited us already. I don't know why I can't. Okay, yeah, I think.
So there, config database.yaml. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. Username and password need to be at the same level as host.
Okay. Yeah. So, and do they need to be here?
No.
Okay.
You can see if you look down on starting on line 33, it's 34. It's the same as that, you know?
Okay. So yeah. What did I run? Was it Rails? What is it? Let me just confirm. I still don't have.
Mimi kuna job nyingine nategea Nakuru nyumbani. Tena nalala.
So did you get another error? Yeah, so I think it already exists. So just try running the same command, but with migrate instead of create. I got the same error, you know.
Okay.
So I'm gonna push up this code.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess the only thing is I don't think I have access to push to yours. Hit remote -b. Not sure what would be the easiest thing to do, because I guess if I try to push to yours, it's going to tell me I don't have permission to push to yours.
I think. What if you just push to? Yeah, I got it on.
Woohoo!
Docker Compose. Should I just push? But you said we should not have we won't have the DB stuff there.
Well, we're not gonna. This isn't something that we're gonna ask them to merge in. So yeah, we definitely need to continue working on this, but it's not gonna affect anyone because no one's actually using it. So
okay.
I mean, at some point, yeah, we do need to fix that, but I don't think it's going to be something that we can fix right now.
So, have you pushed it already?
Well, my question really is where I'm going to push it to, because
Ma?
Um,
Ma? Ma?
because
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
have push permissions for yours, and
Okay. So I can just push to mine.
yeah, I mean, if you want, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'm pushing. Yeah, so I'm just pushing to mine. So I have a branch as well, and then I guess at some. I mean, I'm not sure if there's any.
That will be conflicts, right?
Well, not really. I mean, we can keep up to date with. We need to find a way that we can collaborate on this together. So it's not just you doing all the commits. You know, I think
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
better. So
Yes.
either that is you giving me permissions to push to yours, or we need to talk.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I didn't get that. I've never done it, so I didn't get that.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
I wasn't actually asking for you to give me permissions at the moment, so that's it's not that I was 'cause
I, I, I
I
think
don't
for
know if it's better if we I mean normally maybe the way we would do it is we would push to a branch on the upstream, but I'm not sure if that's how Joan wants us to do things. Because normally we push up to our forked versions and then we put a PR from the forked version. But and also like I mean I guess it's not a big deal if I have any commits on it or not. Like
yeah.
um
How do I give the permission?
I'm not sure. I think settings maybe.
Okay.
There no um the gear there. No. That's settings on your profile. So the settings there like on down there settings. So
Can't
you
see
have
it.
like underneath the fork and the name of the repo and the forked from, you have code, you have pull requests, you have projects, you have wiki, you have insights, and you have settings. Now up on the tabs, you know, up, 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 up.
Oh, yeah.
So then I think you can go down maybe, or it might be there collaborators on no on the top, on the top, on the top. On top, on the top, on the top. And on the left, you have options. Then underneath, you have collaborators.
Okay.
And then
Uh,
password. And then yeah, put my name there. Username is MATT. I think you know my username now. WR. Yeah, 18. There we go. Cool. Add collaborator. So now I think that'll give me permission to push to yours.
yeah.
Nice. All right. So now I need to accept that. So I come to mine.
You know, when you're saying you didn't have permissions to push to my 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 repo, like I didn't get the gap.
Yeah.
That,
Well,
no,
it's not something that we do on a regular basis, so it's
yeah,
I've done
that
it before with I guess I did it before um with uh
Mike Chong.
no with Miriam. I think she gave me permissions to push to hers as well, but
Okay.
where can I accept this invitation? Do I accept it on I think I have to accept it on my Gmail account.
I think so.
Um yes, I don't see it yet. There we go. Invited you to accept view invitation.
Yeah,
Invitation.
from Kisumu to Brazil.
So now I can push to yours, I guess.
Yeah, and I think that will just update the pull request, right?
Yeah, that will automatically update the pull request. So I guess let me just have a look. So we didn't run any of the tests. So that'll
No,
be
we
nice.
didn't. But you're running some tests.
Yeah, well, I was running tests and I was getting a bunch of failures. So it might be that doing somehow changing to 2.4. All right. So actually we could I think we need to join the other meeting.
Okay. Yeah.
So he hasn't shared the link yet, but what I was going to say is that if you look at the, am I focused on myself or you? I'm focused on you. So if you look here, we have in the Docker file, we have this environment DB host. So
Yeah.
one thing that I will change and see if it still works while we're waiting is instead of having it here like this DB, I will come here to the website one and open up this project and come here to database, database.yaml. And I will grab this here, this host, which is saying like the environment DB host or blank. And then that way it will actually work for local developers as well.
Yeah.
So then having made that change, let me just see how many things open. Let me just see if that, do I have anything? Do I have this open here? No. So let me just see if that will Docker compose up. I think I'm not sure if I need to build again. I don't think so. Let's find out. So it seems like it's working. Let's see. Let's refresh the page. Yeah, it's still working.
Yeah.
I can click through. So far, we're not getting any errors. We can play around with this later, I guess. But
Yep.
I mean, so far so good, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
So
Wow.
cool. I'll push up that change as well. Actually, I guess I'm curious if I do try to rebuild, is it going to notice that change and is that going to make a difference? Doesn't seem like it. I'll just double check before I push it up. And I guess that it's failing the build, and I'm not exactly sure. We need to. I'm not sure if we're at the place where we can start paying attention to why it's failing. Although, if something we're doing, changing it to the Ruby version is breaking it horribly, then maybe we're gonna have to have a better thought about what's going on with that.
Okay.
So add everything. Commit. Add change database host for and Docker dev. And then I'll push that. And cool. I guess yeah, so that's up there as well, and I guess we can find out. Really?
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess I'll see you in a minute.
Sure.
Thanks, man.
The link hasn't been sent yet, right?
No, it hasn't. But I'll go run to the toilet, and we're at a stopping point right now, anyways, because I'm not sure. We need to have a thought about where we're gonna go. Yeah, what we're gonna do to move forward with this.
Okay.
I mean, I guess the idea is that we're gonna need to clone the Java repo and do a similar thing on the Java side and get that running independently, and then figure out how to get the two connected to each other. And also, I guess maybe even before we do that, we need to try to figure out. I mean, I can get. I mean, one thing that you can do as well that I mean, it's good for all of us to do is to run all the tests locally, or get them running within the Docker environment actually would be even better. So, and just find out if it's, we need to get a list of all the failures, and then we need to run those individually and see if they're still failing individually, like independent of each other. And then having confirmed that they're still failing, we need to work through one by one and figure out why they're failing,
Okay.
So, yeah.
Run all tests in Docker and then have list of all failures.
Yeah. So it's failing the cucumber test. Okay, it's failing on the bundle install. All right. Well, that's easy enough to change. We need to, I guess we need to maybe change our, there's some CI that we need to change maybe. Travis, is it the Travis.yaml? It's telling us, I don't know where that is, but anyways, he shared the link. But yeah, it's still somewhere it's still pointing at Ruby version 2.3.3, even though we changed our gem file to 2.4.4. So we need to find out where this is, and we need to, yeah.
Okay, I think we let's meet in a minute.
Oh, it says